this for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there?
Yeah.
Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing, he was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Wow, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second.
Red zone opportunity. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. Brady now to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle? When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Brady now on 3rd and goal. He's got time in the pocket. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Jonathan Babineau in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Now Brady got to have this one. This will be caught at the 2. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that one that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
And tough starting field position here. In his own end zone, it's Rodgers. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And Matthews has it right side. And he's brought down, but not before the...
Tonight we ain't going out, so we invited everybody. The made, well, they're way too strong, but ain't nobody saying sorry.
Boy, we've just gotten started here and already. Oh, did they get themselves a player here or what?
We don't want it to end. We got the rest of our lives for the rest of our lives.
We've seen the Chargers represented already. Yeah, not too much analysis needed here. This is quite a get at this stage of the draft.
Just acting our age. One day we'll look back, just shaking our heads.
Still some big holes remaining to be filled. Here's where you may have to go after a... And this team does have a lot of needs, but this guy is a legitimate star, and he'll make everyone around him better.
Just acting our age.
Where to now? Do you get yourself a big brute for the trenches? Or someone who can really help you out at the... Oh, no need to worry about this guy. Just plug him right into a starting role, and he'll be a massive upgrade.
It's 3 a.m., but we ain't done yet. Trying our best to make it last.
And there's a pick that'll certainly help. Maybe not an impact signing, but you're not going to hit a home run every round.
We've got the rest of our lives for the rest of our
Now it's getting to the time of the draft where you really want to get lucky and hope somebody falls into your lap. Tough call here. Do you try and get tougher up front or get yourself a player in what we call a skill position? These are tough decisions here, offense or defense. Which side has the more pressing need? Whoever's making the final decision here might have a coordinator in each year. Do you go offense or defense? Well, the Bengals have got a handful of real good assets to pick from. One's gone already. Could a second be on the way? One thing this team's going to need is some leaders, and they've got one right here.
As long as we can, we got the rest of our lives for the rest of our lives, and the rest of tonight for whatever feels right. We're doing it our way, just acting our age. One day we'll look back, just shaking our heads, but right now we're too fast to slow down, just slow down, just yet. We're doing it our way, just acting our age, just acting our age, just acting our age.
We set the roof on fire. 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 We set the roof. We set the roof. We set the roof on fire. We set the roof. We set the roof. We set the roof on fire.
If I'm not mistaken, home team made it. 2 threes on my feet, then I pump fake. Baby girl, grab the quick. What if kiss it? Sweat leave, Mr. Couldn't took it quicker. Hottest on the planet, got the place lit up. Fly, got expensive taste, sight into. We ain't on the same team. Cheer up. Bought your that make sit up. I ain't come to blend in, boy, I stand out. Money talks, you just popping off at the mouth. If I'm the topic, then the conversation heated. Right shrimp, getting booked up in every city. Splash her with cash, had the spaz on the waiter. She messed up my order 3 times in a row. I'm good on gas, I just filled up my tank. Now let's fill up her head and let's see if she goes.
We set the roof on fire. 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 We set the roof. We set the roof. We set the roof on fire. We set the roof. We set the roof. We set the roof on fire.
So bad, swimming in my bed. Off with it, off with it. Young Slim, get it in my infrared. Come and hit the rain, I just lit the gas. Young wild winning, living fast. Stashing money in a brown paper bag. We set the roof on fire, then we flood it out. We just threw the money up, we ain't even count. Shake it. It in my speeder, girl, I'm nothing, messing up my speech. I'm $1 million player, baby, nothing's out my reach. I'm $1 million, like I hit the lottery. Splash her with cash, had the spaz on the waitress. She messed up my order 3 times in a row. I'm good on gas, I just filled up my tank. Now let's fill up her head and let's see if she goes.
We set the roof on fire. 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 We set the roof on fire.
All right, Larry, hope everyone is settled in for a great Draft Champions contest. Here, lucky to witness it, I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis. These guys that you see on your screen, they won't be witnessing, they will be participating in what should be an excellent game. Let's get down to the field. It's time for kick. And it's the birth of a new club as we're underway in Draft Champions. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Get ready. 1-18.
Now Palmer on first down. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. A good, safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Drops this off to Tomlinson, complete. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Get ready. Blue 58.
To throw again, it's Palmer. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
He's got his man on the crossing route. A gain of 6 there on first. Second down now after the pass completion.
Get ready. Blue 95.
Palmer to throw again. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down.
Let's go. Let's go. Blue 95.
Throwing again here, Palmer. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. And he's got some space here.
How about that interception? Like father, like son. Tim McDonald Sr. had 40 interceptions in the NFL, playing with Arizona and San Francisco. His son trying to follow in his footsteps.
So out now come the Redskins. After the interception, here's Taylor. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. It's a gain of 14 there, and it'll be first down, Redskins.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. And this one caught by Cameron Brain. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Clock running, under a minute to go in a scoreless first quarter.
Here we go.
Now Taylor on first down. This will be caught inside the 10. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
It's Coleman here, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Tevin Coleman taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Redskins have taken a first-quarter lead. And he knocks it through. Here's the Redskins now as their kick unit will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better. I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big-time run combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line, showing that the ins and outs of being a veteran still has his place in this league.
So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Get ready, Blue 58.
On 1st down, it's Palmer. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
And there's a good opportunity to just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
2nd and 10 now, and it's Palmer. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They go play action with Taylor. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Geno Atkins continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11.
An extra corner on the field for New England here on 3rd down.
Yeah, another DB. Here's Taylor. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. Now Tomlin set up 1st and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster, but all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. And now a 1st down following that long gain.
All right now, Blue 58. Blue 58, Sally 19. Sally 19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. 11 yards on the pickup, and it'll give the Patriots a 1st down. Two minutes to play here in the 1st half. Back with more from Charlotte after this.
Here we go. Right, 18.
Throwing now, Palmer on 1st down. And this is caught. It's Cooper. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target. Slants are so tough to cover because everything happens so fast. But sometimes it happens too fast for the guy catching the ball because all of his movements have to be quick off the line of scrimmage, and then all of a sudden the ball's right on top of you. And maybe he got a little bit ahead of himself there.
And a lot of times coming in with good pace, and he dropped it. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Out of the gun, Palmer. Flush to his right. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. Carson Palmer, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They'll get 16 yards there. And it'll be first down, Washington. One receiver left, 3 to the right. Now a play fake here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Sean Lee in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Play action. Now Taylor. He's going to air one out. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller's sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
The catch is made by Kendall Wright. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Love the call by the offensive coordinator, recognizing the situation very well, calling for the play-action pass, and completing it.
On first down, it's Taylor. It's caught. Lockett evades the tackler, and now some space. And he's going to go out of bounds, taking it down inside the 25. A big completion there, and he gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
Very heady football. That allows them the opportunity to go ahead and line up and kick one right before the half ends.
Now Taylor. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or 2 in and bats it away.
Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. So as they take it over, we step aside. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. But there is a penalty marker down. They might be forced to try this one again. So we have come upon halftime, and actually, Larry, hold that thought. We're right back to the action. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this is going to be covered up by the Redskins. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about. Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Taylor will throw, and he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Now Taylor to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Baker in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Now it's Palmer. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Redskins scoop it. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. A look at Washington.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. To throw is Taylor. On the screen, this is Coleman. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that. That's why they were able to get to him on it.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Offense needs something here on 2nd down. It is 2nd and long.
Here we go!
They go play action now. Taylor. He's got time. He gets it over the middle to Cobb. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16.
But that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to...
And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown.
I don't know who exactly made the call.
Hello, my name is Kamal. I am from the clouds. I'm a human now, but I used to be a raindrop. Word up, I'm really good at putting words up. I make them levitate and circle with the birds. I don't need to force it, I let it occur. Whatever occurs, thank you. Feel like I was touched by an angel. Once again, a whole nother angle. I got a lot of holes in my angle. I got a lot of love and a whole lot of ignorance, and that's a good thing if you want to relate. I'm just trying 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 to relate.
Boy, we've just gotten started here, and already these guys have... Yeah, I think they got the best player there, and they got a guy that fills a big need, so that's an excellent choice. Excellent selection. Just what this team needs to maybe get him over the hump.
I am the killer in the grasses. I am the kid in the corner with the glasses. I am the specter, you should respect them. I don't expect a special...
Instant impact right there. That's a big leap forward from what they had on the roster to begin with.
My presence, but sometimes the pressure keep pressing. Worst keeps my impression impressed. That's the way to relate. I'm just trying to relate. I'm just trying to relate. I'm just trying to relate.
One 49er has already been taken. Might we see his teammate here join him? So, with a handful of starters already nailed down, you have to ask yourself, do you dare go for depth, or do you just try to cover as many? This is a pretty telling pick here. Do you go? Yeah, no surprise here. Anytime you can get your hands on a player of his caliber, I think you pretty well have to pull the trigger. Where to now? Do you get yourself a big brute for the trenches, or someone who can really help you out at a playmaker type spot? Still a few holes on this roster, and not a lot of time left to do anything about it. Always a tough decision, offense or defense. It's all about finding the right balance when you're putting a team together. It's the age-old question on draft day. What's the bigger need, offense or defense? Boy, it's finger-crossing time now. With the end in sight and a few more holes to fill, you've got to be hoping that there's still a gem or two that becomes available. And now's where you need to make these last picks count. Time to fill any holes you can before it's too late. And with time running short, you've got to hope some guys fall into your lap, or you could be left with some real holes on your roster.
All right, Larry, thank you. It is indeed time for a Draft Champions matchup and what is set to be a great Draft Champions matchup. In the booth, I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis, and these guys should have a huge impact on the outcome of this game. They're ready to roll. We're ready to roll. Let's roll. And it's the birth of a new club as we're underway in Draft Champions. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. Right side caught by Jackson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Taylor. He's going to float this one deep right side. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Now Taylor. This is caught by Jackson. Needed 13. They got 14 on 3rd down.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. Jerry Rice, open right side. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Taylor will throw again. Jackson's got it over the middle. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
On 1st down, it's Taylor. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Frank Clark in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
It's hauled in by Shepard. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Off the play fake, here's Taylor. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down. Now, the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position. On 1st down, Bortles. And this is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4. Tackle made there by Jonathan Cyprien.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
So following the run, we'll see what they do here on 3rd down. Freeman again. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. It's the Pro Bowler Chandler Jones who makes the tackle. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Now they'll throw it. Bortles. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Greg Olsen, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Pats able to cash in for 6.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Ooh, with a juke. And they're going to have poor starting field position as he's out of bounds at his 10-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Finding time. He sets to fire deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And now it's 3rd down.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
They'll roll him out right, and his throw's going to be incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And it's 2nd down. Second down now after the incompletion. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't
Yeah,
they?
when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
2nd and 10 now, it's Taylor. And this is Shepard on the catch. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Now Taylor, and this is going to be incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. Taylor, and able to find Conley. 4 yards on the pickup, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. More from the desert after this. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Here we go!
Again, it's Taylor. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dan Skuta. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
Here we go now.
Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. And it's 4th and 4. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Here's Jackson. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that.
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Connor Barwin in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
Now it's Taylor. Jackson's got it over the middle. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays. And on 3rd and 3, they decided to go with a dime package. Yeah. 6 DBs.
Yeah, you're right. They've got 6 out there. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. So at halftime, it's the Patriots with the advantage. As we send you on. Hey, Charles, you give me water. Jeez, Chuck, they cut off the halftime show again. Quicker than anticipated, ready for the start of the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done, they're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And caught left side, Olsen. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. On second down, here's Bortles. And Olsen over the middle. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Now they run with a backup. It's Chris Ivory. He won't go down. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock. And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll lose a yard. And welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. We get set for the fourth quarter. Patriots have the lead. They also have the football. Bortles now on 3rd and goal. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Lawyer Malloy. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line. The Redskins offense now. They head back onto the field.
Very tough spot here for the offense to start.
After the interception, here's Taylor. Throw left side, completion to Rice. He's at the 50, the 30, 10. Touchdown, Washington. Jerry Rice, 97 yards. And the Redskins are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And it's up and good. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. Fielded about a yard deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now the Patriots offense, they worked their way back out onto the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Now Bortles throwing on second down. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
And the offense can string something together, but they'll need to do it quickly here to try to get points on the board and win this game. Bortles to throw on second down. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Partner, nothing complicated here. This is just a pretty simple drag route.
You're exactly right, Brandon. Instead of throwing it downfield, they just throw it underneath and let the receiver do the work.
They run, Devontae Freeman. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
From the gun, it's Bortles. And the tight end Olsen, right side. Time for a break. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up third and about 6.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. In the red zone this time.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
They'll run here with Freeman. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture. That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the 4th, but they got to feel good now. And this is going to be covered up by the Redskins. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And they're going to speed things up here. They'll look to throw. Out to his left. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyvon Branch. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use.